Hello everybody and welcome back to INSANEBRIT Gaming. My name is U.S.A and this is this week's News Friday video where I talk about the week's gaming news gone by, possible movie news if something in particular interests me. Just to give you a quick channel update instead of doing a separate vlog. Metal Gear Solid is continuing on. I'm trying to break it down as quickly as possible. I know it's 1,000 people subscribed to my channel and I thank you so much for subscribing, guys. You know, a lot of people have dropped off that playthrough. I mean, you watch it as and when you want. So it's a bit disappointing in my point of view, you know, in terms of. But I know that's all I've been playing is Metal Gear. But I've been trying to break it down, get rid of it quickly, and I can move on to a slightly newer game. But also, I've been investing in my monitor, which costs me X, Y, and Z. You know, I got my laptop just recently, so money being invested into newer games would have been reinvested in that. But of course, I've had to save for those particular things and stuff like that. Otherwise, you know, I would be playing brand new games every single week near enough, or for the most part, you know. And I'm still trying to work on a small backlog that I have, and it's not that much, to be honest with you, after Metal Gear. So yeah, please, as I said, continue to stick around, and we get to newer playthroughs and stuff like that, more story-based games as well. Also, I have hit, like I said, 1,000 subscribers plus, 1,015, it goes down to 13, whatever, and 100,000 views. I've broken 100,000 views. Now I won't lie, 50,000 of those cookie review. But I don't care either way. 100,000 I've got. So thank you so much for that, guys, and subscribing. But okay, on with this week's News Friday though. There wasn't a lot of news to talk about, so you know. But I've come up with a bunch of stories that I found interesting. No one's really talking about. So Sony will rise the price of PlayStation Plus in the USA and Canada. Now, it will cost you, for 1 year subscription, $60, 3 months, $25. Now, this is, apparently, this makes me laugh, this represents current market prices, apparently, according to Sony. This is their reason they're giving, and enables them for giving value for money. What? You know what I mean? I've had the PlayStation Plus in the UK for quite a while, and then this year it's been one of its poorest runs ever. I think I got 1 or 2 games out the thing in this year that I really wanted to play. Yes, you're giving games out, but they're platformers or they're fucking indie games, and they're not high valued games. I think the only one I picked up is Zombie, and I can't even remember the other one. I really cannot. But yeah, so it's really poor in my opinion. So these price rises, these rises in price for the PlayStation Plus monthly. Now, we've had it in the UK. I think it's £15 for 3 months now, and $40 for a year. In the UK, we've had that go up about, well, I don't know, about just a year ago now or something like that. So I'm amazed that this is the first price hike that the USA or Canada is actually even getting. Does it illustrate value for money, in my opinion? I ain't even got PlayStation Plus right now. So no, not in my opinion. There's no value for money there. I mean, most people need it for getting online, talking to their friends and stuff like that, and you know, playing Call of Duty, Battlefield, and I will be forced to pick it up when I do pick up the new Battlefield or what have you, obviously to play me online. But value for money, no, I disagree. I really disagree. There isn't enough there to warrant them calling it value for money. Not until they release, I don't know, give us an Assassin's Creed, or give us a AAA game that's older, you know what I mean, a lot older. Well, I mean, you know, like a triple one. It doesn't matter if it's even like a Metal Gear game or something, you know. Ground Zeroes for free. Give us something kind of solid in that aspect, you know what I mean? I'm not very satisfied with the games that they've been giving out. Are you guys satisfied with it? I know I'm not. Anyway, these changes in the USA and Canada come in on September 22nd. So grab your PlayStation Plus now, you know, just before it hits 22nd, and then you won't be affected until next year. So I think that's a smart plan to do. The PS4 Slim is real. Now, basically, it's thinner and it's got rounder edges. Meh. It's going to be, you know, it looks, in my opinion, slick. Kind of like it's down. It's like some kind of DVD player, to be honest with you. Really thin, you know, that old-fashioned. But, you know, thinner is obviously better. It weighs less and stuff like that. So, meh. but I'm not going to go rushing out and picking one up unless my PS4 breaks. And of course, that is going to be the Neo type one, I assume. I'm not too sure about that. I assume it is, because they're going to talk about releasing it in September sometime, or you know, throwing it out there after a games convention. I can't remember which one it is now. But yeah, I'm only going to be picking one up anyway if mine essentially breaks. What else we got? Oh yeah, I've posted a video. If you want to see that, the PlayStation Slim or whatever, there's a video on my Facebook page that I've posted, so you can check that out. Link will be in the description below, of course. Next up is Dark Souls 3's DLC, the first DLC of Dark Souls, called Ashes of Andorel, if I got the name right. There's a new trailer out. It looks pretty cool. You know, typical Dark Souls. Looks amazing. You know, even though I'm not a big fan of a franchise because I just can't play those types of games. You get a cool new area, new story, new weapons, new challenges, along with and new enemy types as well as new magic abilities as well, apparently. Now, apparently in the USA, I don't know about the UK, but the USA it costs $15, so I assume that's about £10 in the UK, I don't know. And it comes out in October 25th. October 25th? Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. So that's not too bad, the price anyway, you know, especially if it's new story-based DLC, so it ain't gonna hammer your wallet, you know what I mean? If you love Dark Souls, you get back into that world pretty quickly with that DLC. I'm surprised they ain't released it a bit sooner, to be honest with you, but then again, I suppose it's quality. The quality of it, you know what I mean? They're not just gonna give you some half-ass shit out that a lot of other games do. They have a reputation, and, you know, it is story-based, so they're gonna give it their all. Next up is No Man's Sky. Now this is interesting. I went on about No Man's Sky for quite a bit last week. I'm sorry for that, but just to give you an updated or an example of how bad it really is. No Man's Sky players has fallen by 78%. 78% fall. Okay, so that's from 212,000 players to 2 weeks later apparently has gone to 47,000. So 212,000 to 47,000. Holy shit. Now, patches are coming out, but the problem is, it's not as if anyone's been complaining about glitches or stuff like that in the game. Maybe there's one or two, but that's every single game. But who cares about that? No one gives a shit about that. That isn't the main problem. The main problem I'm getting, or what I'm seeing just as someone who's watching it, is it's boring as fuck. So everyone else playing it, yes, it's not the type of game you watch, you have to play it, but even the people who are playing it are like, gee, this is boring as hell. So, you know, I'll give you an example here of what someone said on Steam, if I can find it. Also, some players are complaining that it's boring or whatever, but also suffering with motion sickness. They've been complaining about that as well. I think that's the FRV, or I can't remember what they called it. I had it with Borderlands 2. I couldn't play it. I felt motion sickness. It pissed me off and I couldn't play the game. And they're basically demanding refunds because of that. Okay, and what did this do? Now, this one Steam user in his review said the refund button works well. I thought that was brilliant. And I said, you know, after an hour or something, you've pretty much done most of the game. Well, most of the context of what the game is. You go in 20 hours. New planet, but you're doing the same thing, as it were. So, you know, I'm not surprised by that. I did say about that, and I'm surprised that so many people still bought it, to be honest with you. Or, you know, I mean, £50 to play a game for 2 weeks, and it's the same shit over and over and over again. That's going to grind on anyone. Hell, I'm getting bored of Metal Gear, and that's the type of gameplay I love and enjoy, but I'm still getting bored of it. So it just gives you, you know, a prime example. And finally, this week's PlayStation, or Sony, are releasing a joypad that works with the PC and Mac, that will be wireless using a USB stick, and that basically launches in September sometime for $25. I personally don't care about that. I mean, yes, it's good, but I've still got my Xbox 360 joypad. It works pretty well still, and you know, the wire's long enough, and it doesn't really matter to me that much to go out and buy a PS4 one, fanboy or not. It's a waste of money. So anyway, guys, that's about it for this week's News Friday. As I said, Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain will continue, but I'll have it finished by next week sometime, I'm hoping. I've got like 10 missions to go. the last 10 missions, and then that'll be over and done with, and I'll jump to a more story-based game. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's all in the link in the description below. And don't forget to check out my unboxing this Sunday as well, along with Chelsea simulations. They will be ongoing as well. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.